All right. I have 22 minutes. Because I have to go pick up my daughter from daycare. Hang on, I immediately got 2 Discord messages as soon as I started. I don't have time for this. I only have 22 minutes. Okay, all right, this is great. I'm ready to go. That was great news. It was like relatively neutral news, but that's good news when you think that it's going to be bad news. Maybe the unwashed balls. It's not often that 2 words come together to make like the perfect name, but it happened right here. Oh, baby, we lose. Excuse me, I have an obligation, okay, to win this one, or at least to put my best foot forward to possibly win this one. It's not every darn day. Hang on, I got an idea. It's not every darn day you get the chance to get a 10-piece and enshrine the unwashed balls into the Hall of Fame. By the way, I may have mentioned this a couple of times. I just got back from Florida. For anybody here that is from Florida, can I ask you a question? I get that it's a pretty big state. The climate is probably like somewhat different from one part to the other. We were in Orlando. If you live in Orlando and you don't have to, if you're choosing to live in Orlando, I'm simply asking you with no judgment. I mean, obviously you know my opinion on what I saw of Orlando outside of the theme parks based on what the way I'm describing it here. But like, what is driving you to be in Orlando? Maybe it's work. Maybe your company is based in Orlando. I understand. As much as I would love to work outside, my company is based in the information superhighway, and as a result, I am forced to work remotely, as it were. Okay. As much as I'd love to just start cleaning pools or something like that, I'm shackled to my computer playing video games. Don't want it. Not interested. Interested? Not interested. I accept the iguana is soon to be useless. Because here's what I saw of Orlando, okay? First off, I get that it's like you're not responsible for like a once-in-a-decade weather event, but it was record high temperatures almost every single day. It was, according to the proprietary feels like report, it was 36 degrees Celsius, which is like 98 Fahrenheit, but it felt like 46 degrees Celsius almost every single day. 46C to F. That's 114.8 degrees Fahrenheit. For those of you stuck in an antiquated system, don't shoot the messenger, okay? You need this. I also want the level, but you need, because the iguana is maybe not that likely to be super useful for that much longer, but we're investing in it anyway. On top of that, every single day, threatened thunderstorms. We only had a monsoon-esque downpour one day, and for that I'm very grateful. But every day, there was a risk of thunderstorms for like 2 hours in the afternoon. And then, and this is, again, I can only speak for what I experienced, and all I experienced outside of... You should take this. I know we should probably put it on the iguana too, but... all I experienced outside of the Walt Disney World Resort was essentially like my Uber drive to and from the airport. The Uber drive from the airport, every driver that I saw on the road was legally insane, including the driver that had myself and my whole family in his car. The dude was driving with one hand, eating out of a Ziploc bag of pistachios with his other hand, never using his signal light. Tailgating people like a millimeter away from their bumper while traveling 20 miles an hour faster than the speed limit, et cetera, et cetera. And then we had a very pleasant Uber drive from the hotel to the airport, except when our driver got to the airport, he honked at somebody who was blocking his way and then got into a verbal altercation with them, where I was about 99% sure that it was going to end in an episode of gun violence. So that's all. I'm sure there are wonderful people doing wonderful things in Orlando as well. But if you are one of those people, prove it. Because I don't know what's going on up there. It seemed like everyone was... I don't expect everyone to be happy everywhere on Earth. I think that's crazy. I do wonder if everyone I see is angry. Admittedly, it was an Uber driver, 2 Uber drivers and the airport staff. But still, I start to wonder if maybe something hasn't gone terribly wrong somewhere in the Orlando experiment. What is this? You won? Bro, I'm the unwashed balls. I need some support here. Come on. I'm cooked. I already know I'm cooked. How much time I got? 16 minutes. No shot, brother. I'm gonna lose to a Silver Fox team. That's so embarrassing. I got robbed by an old lady on a motorized cart. And I didn't even see it coming. Okay, we're actually dead. We got 3 wins. And we got beat by a team called the Wishy Washy Streamers. You know how much that hurts? It's me. I'm the problem, it's me. At tea time? When she says tea time, what do you think she's talking about? Is she talking about like a tea, drinking tea and having cucumber sandwiches with her friends in England? Or is she talking about golf? Because I thought she was saying like, you know, like with her golfing buddies. At tea time, everybody agrees. They're like, yeah, you're the problem, Taylor. I'll stare directly at the sun, but never in a mirror. Lady, you've got your priorities backwards here. You probably shouldn't be staring into the mirror either, unless you're... I don't know how much you know about ancient history, but if you're a little person by the name of a narcissist, maybe, okay? But otherwise, you could glance. You could glance, you could look, you could fiddle. Apply. Many adjectives, I would say, many verbs. I'm very smart. Could all fit here. But you definitely shouldn't stare at the sun unless you're track 3 on the Offspring's 1998 album Americana, in which case you got to do what you got to do, I suppose. Holy cow, we won this. Hang on, I got to do something really quick. I'm already on Wikipedia, thankfully, because I was looking up the 6 songs on Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. Americana, 1998 studio album by The Offspring. Track 3, Staring at the Sun. That is right, I did it. Number 5, are you kidding me? Who do you think you are? I am. Because I was like, track 1 is a skit. Track 1 is Welcome. Track 2, I knew it was in track 2, but I forgot what track 2 was. It's Have You Ever. Have you ever walked into a room, but it felt like the room was wrapped around you, and then it's well, I know some things are gonna ever that I never. Have you ever? Okay, yeah. I listened to that album a lot. I bought it. I went on a road trip with my parents. My grandparents to Nova Scotia, where we got robbed. Well, our van got robbed in the parking lot of a Keddy motel in Truro, Nova Scotia. Big ups to Truro. It's no Orlando, that's for sure. They stole my Game Boy games. I'll never forgive them. Either way, my parents were like, it's going to be a long week with your grandparents. Have a CD. And I did. I did, folks. I did. And the CD was Americana by The Offspring, which is why I know so much about it. I only wanted it because of the song Pretty Fly for a White Guy. But then, little did I know I would be treated to such gems as Why Don't You Get a Job? The r/that happens misogyny anthem. My friend's got a girlfriend and he hates that. I say, man, you've really gotta lose that chick in the worst kind of way. And now that song's not misogynistic. What do you do? You really think that happened? You think that he wrote a song about a thing that happened? He wrote a song about his friend's girlfriend who won't get a job? Nobody wants to work these days. Kim Kardashian. Like, you think that that situation presented itself in real life to Dexter Holland, the lead singer of The Offspring, who also has like a PhD in polymer engineering or something like that? Hang on, I gotta check something. Dexter Holland. Sorry, you click on The Offspring. You click on Dexter Holland. He has a PhD in molecular biology. Okay, quit bragging. Get over yourself. If you were really smart, you would have written a song called I'm So Smart I Don't Need a Job. You ever think about that? Bet not. Probably too busy thinking about titrations and having like a net worth of $50 million or something. Dummy. Bet not. Why didn't you think of that? Dexter Holland. I'm looking at the band, The Offspring. Did you know, this is crazy, man. Members, Dexter Holland, Noodles. Who the heck is Noodles? American musician who is the backup vocalist and guitarist for the band The Offspring. Noodles was born in Los Angeles, California. Before joining The Offspring, he played in a local band called Clowns of Death. He was allegedly in The Offspring because he was the only person old enough to provide alcohol for the rest of the members. He earned the nickname Noodles for his frequent noodling on the guitar. At one of the band's earlier shows, he was stabbed in the shoulder by a skinhead. What the heck? Noodles, I didn't realize Noodles, he's had a crazy life, man. Also, there's got to be so many stories in rock and roll like that, right? Like, you literally get to join a band because you're 21 and the rest of the band members are like 17. And then, oh, by the way, they go on to become like one of the biggest bands in alternative rock. I always think that about like bands where they used to have like a different drummer, but that drummer quit the band, and then like a year later they came out with the #1 song of the country and kept the same lineup for like 50 years of nonstop lucrative touring. Like that, for me, that would be hard to live with personally. I don't know if our blowfish is gonna get us there, by the way, but I'm gonna give it a try. There's no way a reindeer is ever going to survive getting sniped, so I'm not going to worry too much about the melon perk, I think. Deer seems to go crazy this week, so sign me up. I don't really need any of this. You kind of need the Niala. Let's not say something we regret here. Okay, I'll pop you down. All I'm saying is if I was like the original drummer for like Rush or something like that, and then I got mad at Geddy Lee and I quit the band and said, you guys are never going to make it, and then they stumble upon Neil Peart, one of the great rock songsmiths of all time, and go on to have like be the most successful Canadian rock band in history, happily tour for like 50 years while releasing classic album after classic album. That would be a tough one for me to deal with. Isn't that like this? You break up with like your high school sweetheart and then she marries the next person that she goes out with? Like that would, and they're still together 50 years later, and they're both incredibly financially off and critically well respected, commercially and critically very successful. That'd be tough for me. Anyway. Thankfully, I don't know. I guess it hasn't happened, so I don't know why I'm talking about it. But okay, hear me out here. You should level, and then you should like eat a unit. It doesn't have to be a seagull. You might as well get something out of it, though. I guess it is only round 10. A level 2 seagull coming out here could make a bit of a difference. I've only got 8 minutes. I gotta make it through this. So I gotta stop looking up all this stuff about the Offspring, man. Nobody cares. That's bad. It's really, really bad. Why have I not run a rhino this week? Have I just been rolling past them? Because in my head, I'm like, I haven't seen one. But that can't possibly be true. Now we gotta eat a Niala. There you go. I know we got another Niala, but you gotta eat that Niala. You gotta put this one out here. Octopus, no thank you, no thank you. Roll me. Roll me. Interesting. It's an interesting web we weave these days. You're going to spit out a level 2 Nyala. That's going to get us to a total of 24 trumpets, which is pretty good for where we presently stand. The math is mathing? No, no, no. Brother, I only got 6 minutes left. Go ahead. Take one of these too. Now, obviously, we got some units that we could get rid of here. I'm gonna say sell me. Like you have no future on the squad. No disrespect. Deer Royal Flycatcher. Give me another deer. Having units that come with like built-in one-ups seems pretty smart. Now you could possibly spit out 2 level 2 Nyalas if we're willing to, or 1 level 3. 1 level 3 is gonna be like a. Is it 32-32? I gotta figure this out. Because I don't presently know. 24. I don't know. I don't really know what I'm doing. But I will say, like, it's doing some cooking as we speak. How could it not be? I mean, that was an easy win. For now, just let it ride. I think we want you to leave. I was thinking about a tiger spitting out 2 level 2 Nyalas and then moving the pug around, but I don't know if society's ready for that yet. And that's what I think is really sad about this. It's not me, it's like a society thing. Never mind. Silence, I own you. We win with the bus left over again. Come on, come on, come on. Give me something good. Nah. Nah. I'm evaluating all these animals at light speed. That's an interesting idea. Pteranodon. It's like almost the same as just putting a tiger behind you, right? And that was a lot of rolling to accomplish very little, but we also won our last round, so I don't think we're in a situation where we want to pivot unnecessarily. That level 1 Nyala, like getting rid of that is a priority. Oh, thank God. We didn't let the hippo get it going. Oh, you got 50 HP though. Oh. Hang on. Oh, the sheeps. And on top of that, the round took 20 minutes. Yes. No. No. You gotta go, man. You don't serve a purpose here. I don't know what I'm doing. You still got a Nyala in there, right? Like I'm not losing my mind. I think that to some extent, our success or failure may depend on the order in which the snipes come out. This is pretty bad for business, by the way. I don't know if we're getting to 10. Is what I would say if I didn't have confidence. Oh, I meant to save it, but I do have confidence. I don't want a Wolverine in there. Sell me, and just throw out an octopus, man. It's not like that Nyala's doing anything for you. Just sitting there. Come on. Microbe? This guy is gonna spit out an octopus and ruin my life. I can already. He spit out a Nyala. That's also like more than capable of ruining my life for sure. But wait, I got some deer back here. Holy cow, we're still alive. And I'm not late yet. Careful, Ned. Careful, Ned. This is crazy. I'm gonna be 4-squatted. What am I doing? I ruined my life. No. It's actually a really smart move. Yeah. It's actually like one of the smartest moves that's ever happened. Get ready for this. Yeah, no, I didn't miscalculate. You see, with all the one-ups we got, it's good to have a flex position just in case our deer gets sniped early. And then this octopus, oh man, you don't even want to know. Hang on, it's going exactly as I predicted in my joke. No, it's not. Keep dreaming. Or is it? Please, spit out some trash. Some trash. Oh, you're so strong. That was fun, though. Hey, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Subscribe if you want to see more in the future. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. See ya!